Okay, good afternoon, everyone. And before start, I'll do to express my gratitude to the organizer of this meeting for the expanding the invitation to me. And I'm here to talk about the topic evaluating the platform design for clinical trial in patients with mild cognitive impairment. So what's a mild cognitive impairment? So it's a state. Sorry. So it's early stage of the memory loss of the cognitive ability loss, and this disease prevalence increased with age, and the overall prevalence of the MCI was 50% worldwide in community dwelling adults age 50 years and older. And this disease affects the quality of life and carried the risk of the developing Alzheimer's disease. And this disease could be treated through the medications, cognitive training, physical activities, and the neurostimulations. And here are two stimulations we will evaluate. The first is the transcranial direct current stimulation, TDCS. So the TDCS is a non-invasive brain stimulation technique, and it uses a weak electric current to stimulate a specific area of the brain. So here is a TDCS trial, PET-MD. So it compared the efficacy of the cognitive mediations plus TDCS and versus the control group. So this trial verified the potential of the TDCS and its combinations with other treatments in treating the cognitive disorder. And the other stimulation is the theta burst stimulation, TBS. So this is a novel form of the repetitive current transcranial magnetic stimulations. And it offers a unique stimulation patterns mirroring the brain natural theta rhythm. And this, we also have the trial of the 4D trial. So this trial indicates that TBCS offers a similar efficacy but with a much shorter treatment duration. And since the TCS and TBS have different mechanism of the actions on neurophysiology, and combining TCS, TBS provide a multifaceted approach to the neuromodulations. And our objective is to evaluate the efficacy of combined TDCS and the TBS for the treatment of MCI. And our endpoint is the Montreal Cognitive Assessment, which is followed normal distribution. And here we have the 3 treatment arms and 1 control arms. So arm 1, the active TBS and active TDCS. And arm 2 and arm 3 are one of the active and one of the sham. And the arm 4 is the control arm, is both of sham stimulation. So here is the example of the one-stage 4-arm platform design for evaluating our treatments. So assuming there are N patients, and we would randomly assign them into the 4 arms to compare each treatment arms with the control arm to determine which treatment is more effective. And obviously, compared to the traditional trial, so the benefits of the platform trial is it allows multiple treatments to be tested within one framework of the trial. And in our research, we would do the 2-stage 4-arm platform design for the evaluating TBS and the TDCS trial. And also there are N patients initially, and we will allocate and equally set these N patients into the 4 arms, and we do the test to compare each treatment arms with the control arm. So in this example, if the arm 2 is inactive, so it means arm 2 is significant, and we would drop the arm 2 from this trial, and we will pull the other arms into the stage 2. And at the stage 2, and we would add more samples into each arms and to do the final analysis. Therefore, our objective is to assess the feasibility of the multi-arm 2-stage platform design for TDCS plus TBS trial. And we evaluated the power and operating characteristics of the 2-stage multi-arm platform design for trial in patients with MCI. We use the R package MEMS to do this trial, and this package can simulate the entire process of the platform trial, and it also can calculate the expected sample size through the simulation. And the non-hypothesis of this R package is the response mean of the treatment group equal to the response mean of the control group, and the alternative hypothesis is the response mean of the treatment group not equal to the control group. And as shown in this plot, so the exceeding the upper limit indicates the efficacy, and the below the lower boundaries means the fertility. So if either of these situations occur in an arm at the interim analysis, so this arm would be dropped. And our type 1 error could be controlled using the alpha spending approach. So as shown in these two plots, so the different alpha spending approach have the different boundary size. And for the input parameters of our simulations, and we considered the range of the standard effect size delta from 0.4 to 1. And targeting a desired power 0.8 and 0.9 with the 5% fixed alpha. During a hypothesis test, we would use a different boundary types, the three different boundary types, the triangular, pole-torch, and O'Brien-Fleming. So these boundary types can help us determine the significance of the results. And we also set the accrual ratio of sample size at the interim analysis from 20% to 80% under the two stages. So as a result, we think at the results, we fix the desired power and the effect size to 0.5. And the result shows that one-stage trial demand a lower maximum sample size, but tend to have a higher expected sample size. And we found the expected sample size has strongly decreased. A reduction up to 28% can achieved, but the maximum sample size have not increased by much at the same time. So we think the two-stage trial has a great potential of the sample size reductions. Also, the O'Brien-Fleming boundary type has the lowest maximum sample size, and the pole-torch has the lowest expected sample size. So in these situations, we prefer to use the O'Brien-Fleming boundary types, and because we think the clinical investigators always prioritize the maximum sample size. And in this plot, we fix the power of the 0.8 and the 5% alpha under the O'Brien-Fleming boundary type. And we found that increasing the initial sample size has a limited impact on the maximum sample size required. And then we do the 10,000 simulations to calculate the expected sample size. So the results shows that increasing in the timing of the interim analysis results in a gradually decline in the expected sample size. But the expected sample size could even rise if the initial sample size is already large. So for example, I like to say 70% and 80%. Oh, sorry. And for the according to the parameters we compared, and we used the target power 0.8% and with the alpha 5%, and we used the O'Brien-Fleming as a boundary type with the 50% timing of the interim analysis. So here is the scheme of our procedure. So from the coding results, we have the 150 samples initially, and we will equally allocate them into the 4 arms and to do the test at the interim analysis. And suppose no arms has been dropped from the interim analysis, and all arms would be pulled into the stage 2. So the extra 35 samples would be added into each arms, and then we do the final analysis. So therefore, we can calculate the maximum sample size is 280, and the expected sample size 225. And so based on our results, compared to the traditional control trial, so the advantages of the platform trial is it can reduce the expected sample size by the early stopping for fertility and efficacy. And our type 1 error can be controlled as alpha spending functions. And another advantage is the platform design can control the control the expected sample size. So because compared to the separate dependent trial, the platform trial could allow the multi treatments to share one control groups. And however, so more arms and more stages means more complex statistics planning and analysis. And Also, the patients with the increased sample size will increase if the interim analysis are inconclusive. And we conclude that a multi-arm two-stage platform design is potentially feasible and efficient for the trials for the for the neurostimulations interventions for treating people with mild cognitive impairment. And the results emphasize that the trade-off between the boundary type selections, the stage allocations for the overall sample size requirement. And the further work will assess the Bayesian platform design and versus the frequentist approach, because the recent public publications are always about the Bayesian platform design, and it's very popular directions. So here are my reference. And thanks for the support by the Climate Discovery Fund and the Adaptive Platform Trail Institute. And thanks for the Dr. Ma and Dr. Raji's support and guidance. So that's all I have for today. And thanks for the time and the attention.